Hi, Doug Franklin, president of LeaderTrex. I'd like to personally invite you to a Refuel Retreat. You know, Refuel Retreats are a lot of fun. They're great retreats for youth pastors. We have them in fantastic locations like Breckenridge, Colorado, or Pawleys Island, South Carolina. We have them in these locations so that you can do some of your favorite activities and so that you can rest, recharge, and refuel. You know, another great thing about Refuel Retreats is they're small. There'll never be more than 30 youth pastors there. And when you get together with them, you're going to build a lot of community. You're going to talk openly and honestly about what's going on in your youth ministry, and you're going to feel encouragement. Having a small group of youth workers that are walking the road with you can make all the difference. Another great thing about Refuel Retreats is the price. We try to keep it really low. There's not a lot of national speakers and there's not a lot of bands and all that stuff. We cut all that stuff out so we can keep the price really low. You see, the star of a Refuel Retreat is you. And we want you to be able to do the talking. We want you to be able to share. We want you to be able to share your struggles and feel support for what you're doing. A Refuel Retreat is a great place to think through how you're doing ministry and how you're growing personally. There's two ways that we do this. The first way we do it on a Refuel Retreat is through what we call life mapping. We give you an actual image of your life, a picture of the road that you're walking. It's got some things along the road like some mountains and some streams and some rivers and some forests. And we talk about the struggles that we go through in life, the temptations that we face, the things that actually are joyful and fun for us, the things that are actually struggles that bring us growth. And we look at where those areas are really helping us and where those areas are hurting us. And we begin to make a plan from that map on how to really grow spiritually in the next year. We're going to give you plenty of alone time so that you can connect with God and refuel with Him. The second part of Refuel Retreats is we're going to look at an aspect of leadership of youth ministry. It might be our own personal leadership. It might be leading our adult volunteers, or it might be leading our students. And we're going to actually create a blueprint for what we're learning. You're going to be able to fill that blueprint out. I'm going to bring up a topic or a subject, talk about it for 4 or 5 minutes maybe, and then give you collaborative time to work together. We'll put you in groups of 2 and 3, and you'll be able to talk about how you're living out that leadership topic or how you're not living it out, and what changes you want to make, and what growth you want to see in your life. We're just going to have 3 sessions, one on Wednesday night, one on Thursday morning, and one on Friday morning. You're going to have free time the rest of the time to really enjoy it. But in those 3 sessions, they're going to be highly collaborative. They're going to be very much focused on what you want to talk about. And we're going to really help one another learn as we go through this process together. And at the end, you're going to walk out with a blueprint and a plan to begin to grow your ministry. Here's what some youth pastors have said about why they wanted to come to a Refuel Retreat.
I came to Refuel in the Rockies because it's important to me that I take time to invest in myself spiritually as a leader and to develop myself so that I can in turn influence other people.
Frankly, I needed to be refueled. I had had a rough summer of being a youth director, and I needed some time away to reconnect with God so that I could put back into my youth group.
Here's what some youth pastors have said about the benefits of coming to a Refuel Retreat.
When I get back, I'm going to use my blueprint to really just remind myself how I'm going to change the ministry and the things that I've evaluated, the things that I've learned here. And just looking at how I've placed my leaders with their leadership traits and just if I was correct or not and how we can learn and grow from that.
I really learned more about myself. I learned more about my values. That was one of my big takeaways from the weekend. I realized what my top values are, and I realized how that affects why I lead and why I do what I do.
I learned at Refuel that a lot of the problems that I'm having aren't necessarily other people. A lot of the problems that I'm having are starting with me. And I'm really looking forward to going back and implementing some changes in myself to see if that's the solution.
It helped pull everything together. Being here this weekend, taking a step away from my day-to-day activities and being here at Refuel just got me energized and ready to go back and lead for Christ.
Again, I want to invite you to come to Refuel, a chance for you to connect in a community of youth workers, have a lot of fun doing some great activities, to really rest and relax. And I want you to know we're going to keep the price really low so that you're able to come and have a great time. We look forward to seeing you at a Refuel Retreat soon.